Aquarius, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-March 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Aquarians out there. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going, my guides. Talk to me. What do we got for our Aquarian friends here as we move through the year nice and steady? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Aquarius. I almost said Scorpio. So for some of you, if you're dealing with a Scorpio, maybe we'll see some themes. But what do we have for Aquarius, please? Gods and spirit team. I don't even film the Scorpios today. Okay, we have Libra energy showing up for you here right up front, which is nice. Okay, now this card doesn't just mean a Libra person, of course. To me, it's very reminiscent of the Two of Pentacles, very balanced. It's a nice, harmonious energy. And before we fully dive into it, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the March subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk a little bit about this card. So you see this individual, there's literally the zodiacal sign for Libra on this card. This person has two yin-yangs in his hand. So there's big Libra themes. So if you're connected to one, they're showing up here for some importance. So you just fit it to whatever story you're going through. But when I see this card, I think of harmony, I think of balance. Now, in life, nothing is ever truly in a state of 100% balance. I mean, this reality is just not built like that. Something's always going to be slightly askew or slightly off, but we could try our best to get as close as possible. Once again, very harmonious in this energy. So you might be trying to make something right. You might be trying to fix things, fix problems, get things like all balanced out, nice and tidy, which can be really good. I will also say when this card shows up, aside from all the things I already mentioned, there could be some good times coming. There could be better times coming down the pipeline when this card is here. Because I just think of improvement. I think of things being done right and things coming into that stasis. So really good stuff. Good way to start. So let's get into tarot now. And I always say the first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. So what do we have here for the Aquarians, please, my guides? Talk to me. And yeah, while we shuffle up and get the deck ready, let's talk about last week's reading, my friends. It was titled A Shocking Situation. And the reason for that was that we started the reading off with a big old tower right in the front. So some of you Aquarians out there, there might have been things popping up that you weren't expecting. Okay, situations, problems. I mean, sometimes towers could be good, but I just saw so much of that explosive energy in last week's reading. So I hope it's not been too rough for you. Hopefully this harmonious card is going to bring some balance to that sporadic energy. But we're going to see what we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone that you're linked to. So let's get it going. 3 cards here for Aquarius, please. What do we got for my friends? Thank you. Okay, we have the Death card in position number 1. Do not be nervous about that. And remember, very early on, I mentioned Scorpio energy, and now we have it right here. That's so odd. So odd. Okay, let's get a couple more cards out here. Talk about that. Chariot. Oh, something's coming in. So more of this tower-like type of energy here. Okay, we're absolutely going to need to break this down a little further. Big water sign energy all over the place. Okay, so much major arcana. We have the Fool card now too. So Mars energy all over the place. All right, yeah. Aquarius, let's strap in for this reading because there's a lot of intensity here. And I'm very happy we had this in the beginning because we might need it with all of this movement in the energy. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. So at first look, first glance, intense. All of this energy is extremely intense. We have the Death card, we have the Chariot, we have the Fool. All of these cards are about change. They're all about motion. They're all in movement. It's just really heightened energetic intensity. When we get a lot of major arcana, they're big themes, they're powerful themes in life. So for a lot of Aquarians, that you could be going through a big time of metamorphosis and change. But let's go through one by one and really start to build this out, because remember, every tarot card, especially the major arcana, have a ton of nuance to it. So position number one, we have the Death card. As I was mentioning, Scorpio energy is represented by the Death card. Nothing to be afraid about. Now, sure, sometimes the Death card could represent a close or an ending of some sort. I like to see this as remaking of something or reimagining. So a phoenix rising from the ashes. That's the metaphor I always use when the Death card is in the mix. It's not a true end, it's just something remaking itself. So it's very good. This is a highly karmic card as well. Like, it's extreme, intense karmic energy and speaks about the cycles of life. This card is unavoidable, just like taxes, right? So it is change, it's evolution, and it's super intense. It's something we're going to have to talk about. Now, in its rougher sense, the Death card could represent holding on to something or something from the past, possibly coming back up. And I've been seeing that for a lot of signs. I think it's partially because we're getting close to eclipse season that I keep seeing all these energies of things being dragged up from the past or things returning. We'll just have to see when we get down to the nitty gritty, because like I said, it could just be karmic, it could be an ending too. Moving to the center, we have the Chariot. Okay, so like when you add the Death card and the Chariot, that kind of combines to like a tower energy, where it's shocking, it's fast, it's coming, it's unstoppable. It's like hitting the reset button. The Chariot, for some of you, could represent distance. It could represent travel. The Chariot could represent your mode of transportation, your vehicle, your car, whatever it might be. But this is a heavily like determined type of energy. It's action oriented. You're either going towards something or moving away. There's some sort of action whenever the Chariot's here. Okay, so we want to see what direction this energy could be flowing towards. Could it be going this way? Could it be going that way? And now I'm starting to see a theme. The Death card could represent the past, the Fool card could represent the future, and we have the Chariot in the middle. Okay, so it's like all of these links to time, they're all connecting in an odd way, and I haven't seen a spread like this in a very, very long time. It's like we have the past, we have the future. There's some aspect of time showing up here. Now, another thing about Chariot, it represents to the Cancerians. It's, aside from all the things we already mentioned, I always mention that the Chariot used to be an instrument of war. Okay, so watch out for conflict in this time. You might have conflicted feelings as well. It's something we'll look into as we move throughout the reading. Now, as we get to the back end, we'll get this Chariot tucked right back in here where it belongs. We have the Fool card. A couple weeks away from Aries season, and we have Aries energy showing up in your spread. So for some of you, you might be connected to one. If you're not connected to an Aries, this could be something significant happening in the Aries season for some of you. But the Fool card is happy-go-lucky. This is a new beginning, a fresh cycle, a new journey. See what I mean? The Death card could mean the past in its rougher form. Now we have the future. So we have this interesting link with time and the progression of the life cycle. The Fool, yes, the new journey and all new things are highly favored with this. It's a jovial, happy, light type of energy. So the total opposite from this Death card here. Another thing I could say about the Fool is that there is a little spontaneity to it. Even though it's happy-go-lucky and all that good stuff, Spirit could be, I don't want to say warning you just yet, but saying like, hey, don't do anything too spontaneous when the Fool card is here. Because notice, the Fool's always about to walk off that damn mountain. So I want to dive deeper. We got to dive deeper on all of it, Aquarius. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. What do we got for the Aquarians, please? Guides and Spirit team. And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Death card. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Aquarius, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Death card time. Talk to me. Why is the Death card here? Thank you. Okay. All right. So we have the Empress in the upright underneath this Death card. All major arcana so far. She usually does represent blessings. For some of you, there could be a blessing in disguise coming down the pipeline for some of you. So only take that however it hits. But when I see the Empress, I do think of mother figures. I think of blessings. If some of, I'm not even going to walk down that road, but some of you probably know what I was about to say with that. But when the Empress is in the mix, Libra energy showing up once again, Taurus energy possibly. Some of you could be taking a lot of walks down memory lane in this time. Okay, so just know, aside from that message I already talked about, like a blessing in disguise or a silver lining coming in for a lot of you, you could really be taking walks down memory lane with rose-colored glasses. Okay, so whether you're remembering a person with rose-colored glasses or whether you're remembering a situation, the positives, you might be focused on the positives of that time, that place, that person, that situation could absolutely be here in the mix. For some of you, there's a mother figure showing up here, and I just have to mention it. I wasn't going to mention it, especially if it's a mother figure that you've lost, that's crossed over. I try to stay away from messages like this, Aquarius, but I have to give it, okay? For those of you that have lost a mother figure, there's something about her energy that could be reaching out to you for whatever reason. So we're just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to go too far, and I try not to commune with the dead too much when I read cards. But let's keep moving over to the Chariot. I had to give the message. So let's see why the Chariot is in the mix. Whew. Let's see what this action could be. Thank you. Okay, Judgment in reverse, something coming to a complete halt and a stop here. So we have, Judgment in reverse underneath this Chariot. You could be being extra cautious in this time, or Spirit is asking you to be. Okay. Once again, the warning against being too spontaneous. And another thing I want to mention here, Aquarius, 5 of the 6 cards are out. 5 of them are all major arcana so far. So that is something to note. There is extremely powerful energy here for you. And you might just have to go with the flow in this time. Okay. Whatever it is you're going through, whatever life is throwing at you, just go with the flow, like take the wheel, universe type of energy. But Judgment in reverse underneath the Chariot, there could be someone that is having like a little emotional confliction inside, but I feel something coming to a stop, coming to a sudden halt. Okay, could it be connected with this Death card and now the Chariot? It's like screeching brakes. Okay, so just take that for whatever it's worth. I don't feel like it's I'll say this. And your reading is so unlike every other zodiac sign this week so far, Aquarius. I would come back and rewatch this after like a week or two, because there's something about this reading that's different than the others. I will say, just be extra, extra cautious in this time, all of you. Okay, I didn't see any 10 of Swords or nothing like that. I just feel like now's not the right time to make big shakeups. Now's not the right time to make big changes. Let something settle down. Let's keep moving over to the Fool card. And we'll see what's up. I mean, obviously, only take these messages if they hit for you. I know some of them are a little out there, but I'm going to give the messages true, my friends. Why is the Fool here? Okay, yeah. All right, there's the balance, the 2 of Pentacles. So we're ending off with this really good energy. So a lot of you, I will say, to me, this represents a really big win or victory coming in for you. But it could be after a time of a little bit of mayhem. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind, whether this is something you've already been through or whether this is something that's coming up. For a lot of you, this could be a cycle that's already passed, like you've been through a time of mayhem or 2 in your life, and it's like, all right, well, I got through it. I survived all that. This Fool card with the 2 of Pentacles in the upright, it's like, okay, Aquarius, you're going to have another chance, or you're going to have a chance to do it in a better way. It's like you're getting such unique messages this week, Aquarius. It's kind of like I'm channeling for some of you. 2 of Pentacles, very similar to the first card. I already mentioned it. It's very balanced, extremely harmonious. To me, possible second chance of some sort. But I do feel like with the Fool card, the 2 of Pentacles, for a lot of you, things are going to balance out as we move towards Aries season and beyond. Okay, so just know, if you're going through a hectic time, lots of stuff going down, lots of crazy things are going to start to even out, slow down. But I do feel for a lot of you, there's still this win or victory coming in after a time of mayhem. Okay, that's the best way for me to put it. So take it however it hits. We do have this interesting cycle of time. We have all these karmic energies too. That's something I do have to mention. So let's go through and do a quick recap here, Aquarius. I know, some of those messages very different than the normal readings I do, but Whenever I feel something, I'm just going to tell you. If you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we do have the Death card with the Empress in the upright. I did say for a lot of you, you could be looking back on the past with rose-colored glasses, taking little trips down memory lane, thinking back on the good times. Nothing wrong with that. And I did have that very niche message for some of you that may have lost a mother figure, that their energy could be reaching out to you. Okay, I mean, that might just be for like 10 of you watching here, but I had to give it because it was too insistent. So if you have lost a mother figure in your life, there's something about this energy that's wanting to reconnect with you. Moving to or connect in general. Into the center, we have the Chariot with the Judgment in reverse. To me, this felt like something coming to a sudden halt or stop. So this could be Spirit telling you like, hey, Aquarius, calm it down. Don't do that. Not yet. Don't act on it just yet. Let things settle down. It was giving me those vibes. So it was like the brakes screeching. And I also said, just please be very cautious in this time, especially about doing anything spontaneous. That's a bit of a warning. However, we get to the back end. The Fool card with the 2 of Pentacles in the upright tells me there is balance and harmonious times coming, especially as we move towards Aries season, which is a few weeks away. But the big thing here is like, yeah, there's big wins and victories coming in after a time of like intensity or craziness or mayhem, whatever way you want to put it. So I do feel like second chances as well. There's a lot of stuff here, super intense energy, and I would recommend if you're going to look into any spread further, it should be this one, Aquarius. So yeah, please take a screenshot of that. Let's get you a shadow card now. Let's see if we get another card that fits our theme. Are we going to get another major arcana or the 2 of Pentacles again? Let's see what's in the shadows for Aquarius. And yes, I always like to pull one of these at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be good things too. So let's see what's in the shadows for Aquarius. And yeah, if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love and appreciation for my channel members. Okay, let's get it going here. What do we got for Aquarius? What do we got in the shadows? Now the deck is being specific. What do we got? Thank you. Okay, we have the 3 of Swords. So some of you could be experiencing these feelings, these pains in this time, and that's okay. This is a very common card to see within the shadows. I see this. I see the 10 of Swords. I see the 7 of Swords often because as human beings, especially for the Aquarius placements, you don't like to wear your heart on your sleeve. Okay, I know some people give Aquarius as a bad reputation, saying that, oh, Aquariuses could be very cold. Honestly, in my personal life, I've experienced the exact opposite. All the Aquariuses I know are very loving people that feel things on a deep level. So when I see the 3 of Swords in the shadows, it does tell me you're still probably healing from something. Okay, now this card is on a spectrum. It could be something from like little anxieties to being a little grumpy, all the way up to like heartbreak and intense pain. So if that is something you're holding within, Spirit could be telling you like, Aquarius, now might not be the best time to really start working through it, but don't forget to revisit this pain and clear it up as best you can. And if you need help, you need help. There's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, Aquarius, that's what I have for you this week. I know there were some funky messages. Just take them if they hit. Check your other alignments if they didn't. But yeah, my friends, don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details. The March subscriber surprise. If you would like to get a personal reading done with me, you can find my digital calendar on mastermetaphysics.com, so please feel free to check it out. But for the March subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful, fantastic Tarot of the Owls. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, what is your favorite zodiac sign? And give me a couple reasons why. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.